Question 1. What does a solid yellow line on your side of the road mean? A. You may not pass. B. You may pass if it is safe. C. It indicates a reversible lane. D. It warns of a pedestrian crossing. Answers is A. You may not pass. A solid yellow line on your side indicates that passing is prohibited for vehicles traveling in your direction. You must not cross it to overtake. Question 2. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. Dangerous curve to the right. B. Sharp turn ahead, turn right. C. Road entrance to the right. D. Road closed ahead. Answers is A. Dangerous curve to the right. This sign is a warning sign indicating a dangerous curve to the right ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed and be prepared to steer through the curve. Question 3. When approaching an uncontrolled intersection, who has the A. the vehicle that first, B. the vehicle on the left, C. the largest vehicle, D. the vehicle going straight? Answers is A. the vehicle that first. At an uncontrolled intersection, the driver who arrives first has the. If two vehicles arrive at the same time, the vehicle on the right has the. Question 4. What action should you take when you see this sign? A. Stop completely before the line. B. Yield to traffic if necessary. C. Slow down and proceed with caution. D. Stop only if other vehicles are present. Answers is A. Stop completely before the line. This is a stop sign. You must come to a complete stop before the stop line, crosswalk, or edge of the intersection, and yield to all cross traffic or pedestrians before proceeding safely. Question 5. What is the recommended following distance under normal driving conditions? A. Rule. B. 1 car length. C. 3 car lengths. D. Rule. Answers is A. Rule. The rule is a common guideline for maintaining a safe following distance. You should leave at least 2 seconds between your vehicle and the vehicle in front of you. Question 6. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. No overtaking allowed. B. Overtaking permitted. C. End of speed limit. D. Lane ends ahead. Answers is A. No overtaking allowed. This sign is a prohibitory sign meaning no overtaking. You must not pass other vehicles in this zone. It's often found in areas with limited visibility or increased hazards. Question 7. What should you do if your vehicle starts to hydroplane? A. Ease off the gas, steer straight. B. Brake hard and steer opposite. C. Accelerate to gain traction. D. Turn the steering wheel sharply. Answers is A. Ease off the gas, steer straight. If your vehicle hydroplanes, ease off the accelerator and do not brake. Steer gently in the direction you want to go until you regain traction. Avoid sudden movements. Question 8. What does this sign mean for cyclists? A. Cycle track. B. No bicycles allowed. C. Must dismount. D. Shared path with pedestrians. Answers is A. Cycle track. This sign indicates a cycle track. It means that the area is specifically for bicycles, and other vehicles or pedestrians may have restricted access or different rules. Question 9. When are you required to use your headlights? A. Between half an hour before sunset and half an hour after sunrise. B. Only at night or in heavy rain. C. When visibility is less than 50 meters. D. When driving on highways only. Answers is A, between half an hour before sunset and half an hour after sunrise. In Canada, headlights must be on between half an hour before sunset and half an hour after sunrise, and at any other time when visibility is poor, such as in fog, snow, or rain. Question 10. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Steep ascent ahead. B. Steep descent ahead. C. Uneven road surface. D. Road narrows ahead. Answers is A. Steep ascent ahead. This warning sign indicates a steep ascent ahead. Drivers should be aware of potential strain on their vehicle's engine and adjust gear accordingly. Question 11. What should you do if you encounter a school bus with flashing red lights? A. Stop in both directions unless separated by a median. B. Slow down and pass carefully. C. Stop only if you are behind the bus. D. Honk to alert the driver. Answers is A. Stop in both directions unless separated by a median. When a school bus has its red lights flashing, all traffic approaching from both directions must stop before reaching the bus, unless there is a physical median separating the lanes. Question 12. What does this sign mean for oncoming traffic? A. Oncoming traffic has priority. B. You have priority over oncoming. C. Two-way traffic ahead. D. No entry for oncoming traffic. Answers is A. Oncoming traffic has priority. This sign, priority over oncoming traffic, indicates that you must yield to oncoming traffic. It is typically found on narrow sections of road where only one vehicle can pass at a time. Question 13. When changing lanes, what is the correct procedure? A. Signal, check mirrors, check blind spot, then change. B. Signal, then quickly change lanes. C. Check blind spot, then signal and change. D. Accelerate and move over quickly. Answers is A. Signal, check mirrors, check blind spot, then change. The correct procedure for changing lanes involves signaling your intention, checking your and side mirrors, performing a shoulder check to verify your blind spot is clear, and then executing the lane change safely. Question 14. What does this sign prohibit? A. Making a U-turn. B. Turning left. C. Making a right turn. D. Proceeding straight. Answers is A. Making a U-turn. This prohibitory sign clearly indicates no. Drivers are not permitted to make a U-turn at this location. Always look for this sign before attempting a U-turn. Question 15. What is the primary purpose of a roundabout? A. To improve traffic flow and safety. B. To slow down traffic significantly. C. To provide parking spaces. D. To prohibit left turns. Answers is A. To improve traffic flow and safety. Are designed to improve traffic flow and reduce collisions by eliminating left turns across traffic and promoting slower speeds. Vehicles inside the roundabout typically have the. Question 16. What action is mandatory at this sign? A. Enter a roundabout. B. Yield to pedestrians. C. Prepare to stop. D. Turn right only. Answers is A. Enter a roundabout. This mandatory sign indicates a roundabout or circular intersection. Drivers must follow the circular flow of traffic and yield to vehicles already in the roundabout, unless signs dictate otherwise. Question 17. What does a flashing green light at an intersection mean? A. You may turn left, go straight, or turn right. Oncoming traffic is stopped. B. Proceed with caution. C. Yield to oncoming traffic. D. It's a pedestrian signal. Answers is A. You may turn left, go straight, or turn right. Oncoming traffic is stopped. A flashing green light indicates that you may turn left, go straight, or turn right, and oncoming traffic faces a red light, meaning they are stopped. It's an advanced signal. Question 18. What does this sign warn you about? A. Uneven road ahead. B. Roadwork zone. C. Speed bump. D. Slippery conditions. Answers is A. Uneven road ahead. This warning sign indicates an uneven road ahead. Drivers should reduce speed to avoid losing control or damaging their vehicle. It could indicate potholes, bumps, or dips. Question 19. What should you do when merging onto a highway? A. Adjust speed to match traffic, find a gap and merge safely. B. Stop at the end of the ramp and wait for a gap. C. Accelerate quickly without checking for traffic. D. Yield to all traffic on the highway. Answers is A. Adjust speed to match traffic, find a gap and merge safely. When merging, use the acceleration lane to match the speed of highway traffic. Signal your intention, find a safe gap, and merge smoothly without cutting off other drivers. Question 20. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. No stopping at any time. B. No parking allowed. C. Stopping for only. D. Yield to pedestrians. Answers is A. No stopping at any time. This prohibitory sign means no stopping. You are not permitted to stop your vehicle in this area for any reason, except to avoid an accident or if directed by a police officer. Question 21. How often should you check your mirrors while driving? A. Every 5 to 8 seconds. B. Only when changing lanes. C. Before braking. D. Once every minute. Answers is A. Every 5 to 8 seconds. It is recommended to check your mirrors every 5 to 8 seconds to stay aware of traffic around you. This helps you to be prepared for sudden stops or changes in traffic patterns. Question 22. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Slippery road conditions. B. Loose gravel ahead. C. Road construction. D. Road narrows. Answers is A. Slippery road conditions. This warning sign indicates a slippery road ahead. Drivers should reduce speed and be extra cautious, especially during wet or icy conditions, as traction may be. Question 23. What is the purpose of a blind spot check? A. To see areas not visible in mirrors. B. To check for police officers. C. To adjust your seat position. D. To indicate a turn. Answers is A. To see areas not visible in mirrors. A blind spot check shoulder check is essential before changing lanes or turning to visually confirm no vehicles or pedestrians are in the areas your mirrors cannot show. Question 24. What does this sign mean? A. You have priority over oncoming. B. Oncoming traffic has priority. C. Yield ahead. D. Stop for oncoming traffic. Answers is A. You have priority over oncoming. This priority over oncoming traffic sign indicates that you have the over vehicles coming from the opposite direction. Oncoming drivers should yield to you. Question 25. What should you do if your tires blow out while driving? A. Grip the steering wheel firmly, ease off gas, steer straight. B. Brake hard immediately. C. Accelerate to maintain control. D. Steer sharply to the shoulder. Answers is A. Grip the steering wheel firmly, ease off gas, steer straight. If a tire blows out, grip the steering wheel firmly, ease off the accelerator, and let the vehicle slow down gradually. Steer straight to maintain control before carefully pulling over. Question 26. What does this sign indicate? A. Maximum speed limit of 50. B. Minimum speed limit of 50. C. Recommended speed of 50. D. Distance to next town is 50. Answers is A. Maximum speed limit of 50. This prohibitory sign indicates a maximum speed limit of 50. Drivers must not exceed this speed in the zone where the sign is posted. Always drive according to conditions. Question 27. When are you allowed to use the shoulder of the road? A. Only for or directed by police. B. To pass slow-moving vehicles. C. To turn right at an intersection. D. To make a U-turn. Answers is A. Only for or directed by police. The shoulder is generally for disabled vehicles, or when directed by law enforcement. It is illegal and unsafe to use the shoulder for regular driving, passing, or turning. Question 28. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Falling rocks hazard. B. Road works ahead. C. Uneven road surface. D. Steep descent. Answers is A. Falling rocks hazard. This warning sign indicates falling rocks or rockfall hazard. Drivers should be vigilant for debris on the road and potential falling rocks from cliffs or embankments, especially in mountainous areas. Question 29. What should you do before backing up your vehicle? A. Check all around your vehicle for hazards. B. Honk your horn twice. C. Flash your headlights. D. Rely only on your mirror. Answers is A. Check all around your vehicle for hazards. Before backing up, always check all around your vehicle, including using mirrors and turning your head to check blind spots, to ensure no pedestrians, children, or objects are in your path. Question 30. What does this sign prohibit? A. No right turn allowed. B. No left turn allowed. C. No U-turn allowed. D. No stopping. Answers is A. No right turn allowed. This prohibitory sign indicates no right turn. Drivers are not permitted to turn right at the intersection or location where this sign is posted. Follow the arrows for allowed movements. Question 31. When parallel parking, how far can you be from the curb? A. Within 30 centimeters 12 inches. B. Within 50 centimeters 20 inches. C. As far as needed to fit. D. No more than 1 meter. Answers is A. Within 30 centimeters 12 inches. When parallel parking, your vehicle must be parked within 30 centimeters approximately 12 inches of the curb to avoid obstructing traffic flow and to be legally parked. Question 32. What does this sign indicate? A. Drivers must turn right. B. No right turn allowed. C. Right turn optional. D. Road ends to the right. Answers is A. Drivers must turn right. This mandatory sign means turn right. Drivers must turn right at the intersection or point where this sign is displayed. It's a directive for traffic flow. Question 33. What does a broken white line on the road mean? A. You may change lanes if safe. B. No passing allowed. C. It's a reversible lane. D. Keep to the right. Answers is A. You may change lanes if safe. A broken white line indicates that you may change lanes or pass if it is safe to do so. It separates lanes of traffic moving in the same direction. Question 34. What does this sign warn about? A. Railway crossing. B. Railway crossing. C. Pedestrian crossing ahead. D. Intersection with priority. Answers is A. Railway crossing. This warning sign indicates a railway crossing ahead. Drivers must be prepared to stop for trains and exercise caution. Always look and listen for trains. Question 35. What is the safest way to deal with an aggressive driver? A. Avoid eye contact, ignore gestures and let them pass. B. Honk your horn back at them. C. Challenge them by driving faster. D. Follow them to report to police. Answers is A. Avoid eye contact, ignore gestures and let them pass. To ensure your safety, avoid engaging with aggressive drivers. Do not make eye contact, ignore their actions, and move out of their way if possible to de-escalate the situation. Question 36. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. No entry for all vehicles. B. No entry for motor vehicles. C. One-way traffic only. D. Yield to pedestrians. Answers is A. No entry for all vehicles. This prohibitory sign, no entry for all vehicles movement prohibited, means no vehicles are allowed to enter the roadway or area in the direction the sign is facing. It's often used for one-way streets. Question 37. What is the area around large trucks? A. Blind spots where the driver cannot see you. B. Areas where trucks cannot stop. C. Exclusive lanes for trucks. D. Parking zones for trucks. Answers is A. Blind spots where the driver cannot see you. The refers to the large blind spots around the front, back, and sides of large trucks and buses. If you can't see the truck driver in their side mirror, they likely can't see you. Question 38. What action is mandatory at this sign? A. Proceed straight or turn left. B. Turn left only. C. No left turn allowed. D. Proceed straight only. Answers is A. Proceed straight or turn left. This mandatory sign indicates that drivers must either proceed straight or turn left. You are required to choose one of these two directions at the intersection or upcoming junction. Question 39. What should you do if your brakes fail while driving? A. Pump the brake pedal, shift to A lower gear, use parking brake gently. B. Immediately put the car in park. C. Turn off the engine. D. Steer into oncoming traffic. Answers is A. Pump the brake pedal, shift to A lower gear, use parking brake gently. If your brakes fail, pump the pedal rapidly to build pressure. If that doesn't work, shift to A lower gear to slow down and gently apply the parking brake. Look for a safe place to stop. Question 40. What does this sign warn about? A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. B. Children playing. C. School zone. D. End of sidewalk. Answers is A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This warning sign indicates a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down or stop to allow pedestrians to cross safely. Be especially vigilant for children. Question 41. What is the purpose of braking system ABS? A. Wheels from locking up during hard braking. B. Increases braking power significantly. C. Allows for faster acceleration. D. Automatically parks the vehicle. Answers is A. Wheels from locking up during hard braking. ABS prevents your wheels from locking up when you brake hard or on slippery surfaces, allowing you to maintain steering control. You should apply firm, continuous pressure to the brake pedal with ABS. Question 42. What does this sign mean? A. Give way to other traffic. B. Stop completely. C. You have priority. D. Lane ends ahead. Answers is A. Give way to other traffic. This is A. Give way sign. Yield. You must slow down, be prepared to stop, and yield to traffic on the intersecting road or to pedestrians before proceeding. Question 43. What should you do if an emergency vehicle approaches with lights and sirens? A. Move to the right edge of the road and stop. B. Speed up to clear the path. C. Stop in your current lane. D. Continue driving if it's safe. Answers is A. Move to the right edge of the road and stop. When an emergency vehicle, ambulance, fire truck, police approaches with flashing light sirens, you must safely move to the extreme right edge of the road and stop, yielding the. Question 44. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. No parking allowed. B. No stopping allowed. C. Parking for limited time. D. Loading zone only. Answers is A. No parking allowed. This prohibitory sign means no parking. You are not allowed to park your vehicle in this area, though you may briefly stop to pick up or drop off passengers or goods. Question 45. Why is it dangerous to drive with worn tires? A. Traction and increased hydroplaning risk. B. Improved fuel efficiency. C. Better steering response. D. Quieter ride quality. Answers is A. Traction and increased hydroplaning risk. Worn tires have less tread, which significantly reduces traction, especially on wet or slippery roads, increasing the risk of hydroplaning and losing control of the vehicle. They also increase stopping distance. Question 46. What does this sign mean for traffic flow? A. One-way road ahead. B. Two-way traffic ahead. C. Road ends ahead. D. Divided highway. Answers is A. One-way road ahead. This information sign indicates a one-way road. All traffic on this road moves in the same direction. It is important to know this to avoid driving against traffic. Question 47. What should you do when driving in heavy fog? A. Use low beam headlights, slow down, increase following distance. B. Use high beam headlights for better visibility. C. Drive at normal speed and use hazard lights. D. Pull over and wait for the fog to clear. Answers is A. Use low beam headlights, slow down, increase following distance. In heavy fog, use low beam headlights to avoid glare, reduce your speed significantly, and increase your following distance to allow more time to react to hazards. Fog lights can also be helpful. Question 48. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Children may be present. B. School bus stop. C. Playground ahead. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is A. Children may be present. This warning sign for children indicates that you are approaching an area where children may be playing or crossing, such as near a school or playground. Drive with extra caution and speed. Question 49. What is defensive driving? A. Driving to prevent accidents despite others' actions. B. Driving aggressively to maintain control. C. Only reacting to immediate hazards. D. Driving with the flow of traffic at all times. Answers is A. Driving to prevent accidents despite others' actions. Defensive driving involves anticipating potential hazards, being aware of your surroundings, and taking proactive measures to prevent accidents, even if other drivers make mistakes. Question 50. What does this sign mean? A. Do not enter. B. Stop ahead. C. Yield to oncoming. D. Road closed. Answers is A. Do not enter. This prohibitory sign, no entry, do not enter, means you must not enter the road or area in which the sign is displayed. It's often seen at the exit of one-way roads or ramps. Question 51. What is the purpose of A. To protect occupants in a collision, B. To keep drivers alert, C. To prevent car theft, D. To improve vehicle aerodynamics? Answers is A. To protect occupants in a collision. Are designed to restrain occupants in a vehicle during a sudden stop or collision, preventing them from being ejected or hitting interior parts of the vehicle, thereby reducing injury and saving lives. Question 52. What does this sign warn about? A. Strong side wind advisory. B. Falling rocks. C. Turbulence ahead. D. Road narrows from side. Answers is A. Strong side wind advisory. This warning sign indicates a side wind hazard. Drivers, especially those in vehicles, should be prepared for strong crosswinds that could affect steering and vehicle stability. Question 53. When approaching a railway crossing, what is the safest practice? A. Look both ways and listen for trains, be prepared to stop. B. Speed up to cross quickly. C. Always stop even if no train is visible. D. Assume the track is clear if no barrier is down. Answers is A. Look both ways and listen for trains, be prepared to stop. At railway crossings, always slow down, look both ways and listen for trains. Be prepared to stop, as trains can be quiet and difficult to see, especially in adverse conditions. Question 54. What does this sign mean for goods vehicles? A. No overtaking for goods vehicles. B. Goods vehicles must exit. C. Lane for goods vehicles. D. End of speed limit for trucks. Answers is A. No overtaking for goods vehicles. This prohibitory sign means no overtaking for goods vehicles. Trucks and other goods vehicles are not permitted to pass other vehicles in this zone. Question 55. What is the purpose of signal lights on your vehicle? A. To communicate your intentions to other drivers. B. To illuminate the road ahead. C. To indicate vehicle speed. D. To signal a warning to pedestrians. Answers is A. To communicate your intentions to other drivers. Signal lights are crucial for communicating your intentions, turning, changing lanes, pulling over to other drivers and road users, helping to prevent collisions and maintain smooth traffic flow. Question 56. What does this sign mean? A. Pass obstacle on the left. B. Pass obstacle on the right. C. Road ends ahead. D. Two-way traffic. Answers is A. Pass obstacle on the left. This mandatory sign means pass obstacle on the left. You are required to keep to the left of the obstacle by the sign. This ensures safe passage around obstructions. Question 57. What does a flashing yellow light mean at an intersection? A. Proceed with caution, be prepared to stop. B. Stop and yield to all traffic. C. Speed up to clear the intersection. D. The light is about to turn red. Answers is A. Proceed with caution, be prepared to stop. A flashing yellow light means you should slow down, proceed with caution, and be prepared to stop if necessary. You have the but should be vigilant for all pedestrians. Question 58. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Road works ahead. B. Children playing. C. Hazardous materials. D. Detour route. Answers is A. Road works ahead. This warning sign indicates road works ahead. Drivers should slow down, be aware of workers, construction vehicles, and temporary lane changes, and obey all posted signs in the work zone. Question 59. How should you react to a stale green light? A. Be prepared for it to turn yellow and then red. B. Speed up to cross the intersection. C. Honk to signal others to proceed. D. Assume it will stay green. Answers is A. Be prepared for it to turn yellow and then red. A stale green light is one that has been green for a while. You should anticipate it changing to yellow and then red, so be prepared to stop if it does. Do not speed up to beat the light. Question 60. What does this sign prohibit? A. No left turn allowed. B. No right turn allowed. C. No U-turn allowed. D. Left lane ends. Answers is A. No left turn allowed. This prohibitory sign indicates no left turn. Drivers are not permitted to turn left at the intersection or location where this sign is posted. Look for alternative routes or allowed movements. Question 61. What does a solid white line on the road mean? A. Do not change lanes or pass. B. Passing is permitted. C. It's a temporary lane marker. D. A shared lane. Answers is A. Do not change lanes or pass. A solid white line indicates that lane changes are discouraged or prohibited. You should stay in your lane and not cross a solid white line, especially near intersections or hazards. Question 62. What does this sign indicate? A. Drivers must proceed straight. B. Road ends ahead. C. Two-way traffic. D. No U-turn. Answers is A. Drivers must proceed straight. This mandatory sign means proceed straight. Drivers are required to continue straight ahead at the intersection or point where this sign is displayed. Turns are not permitted. Question 63. When is it legal to make a right turn on a red light? A. After stopping if no sign prohibits it and the way is clear. B. Only when following another car. C. When there is no cross traffic. D. Never, it is always illegal. Answers is A. After stopping if no sign prohibits it and the way is clear. In most Canadian jurisdictions, a right turn on a red light is permitted after coming to a full stop and yielding to all traffic and pedestrians, unless a sign explicitly prohibits it. Question 64. What does this sign warn about? A. Cyclists entering or leaving. B. Bike path ahead. C. No bicycles allowed. D. Shared pedestrian path. Answers is A. Cyclists entering or leaving. This warning sign indicates cyclists the roadway. Drivers should be aware of potential bicycle traffic and adjust their driving accordingly, yielding to cyclists if necessary. Question 65. What is the safest action if you miss your exit on a highway? A. Proceed to the next exit. B. Stop and back up on the shoulder. C. Make a U-turn across the median. D. Drive in reverse on the highway. Answers is A. Proceed to the next exit. If you miss your exit, it is safest to continue to the next available exit. Never stop, back up, or try to turn around on a highway, as this can lead to serious collisions. Question 66. What does this sign indicate for parking? A. No parking on days. B. No parking on days. C. No stopping on weekends. D. Parking for residents only. Answers is A. No parking on days. This prohibitory sign indicates no parking on days. It's a common regulation to facilitate street cleaning or traffic flow. Check the date before parking here. Question 67. When should you use your vehicle's hazard lights? A. When your vehicle is disabled or creating a hazard. B. When driving in heavy rain. C. When you are briefly. D. As a substitute for turn signals. Answers is A. When your vehicle is disabled or creating a hazard. Hazard lights should be used to warn other drivers that your vehicle is stopped, disabled, or creating a temporary hazard on the road. They are not for use while driving, except in extreme emergency situations. Question 68. What does this sign warn about? A. Cattle crossing ahead. B. Wild animals crossing. C. Farm machinery. D. Pet crossing. Answers is A. Cattle crossing ahead. This warning sign indicates cattle crossing ahead. Drivers should be alert for livestock on or near the roadway and be prepared to slow down or stop to allow animals to cross safely. Question 69. What is the meaning of a yellow curb? A. No stopping or parking, usually for commercial loading. B. Limited parking time. C. Handicap parking only. D. Temporary parking zone. Answers is A. No stopping or parking, usually for commercial loading. A yellow curb usually indicates a zone, often reserved for commercial loading or short-term passenger drop-off. Check local bylaws for specific meanings. Question 70. What does this sign mean? A. No parking on days. B. No parking on days. C. Parking allowed daily. D. Parking for 2 hours. Answers is A. No parking on days. This prohibitory sign indicates no parking on days. Be mindful of the date when parking in an area with this sign to avoid fines. Question 71. What is the move over law? A. Drivers must slow down and move over for stopped emergency vehicles. B. Drivers must move over for all slow traffic. C. Drivers must move to the left lane for highway merging. D. Drivers must move over for large trucks. Answers is A. Drivers must slow down and move over for stopped emergency vehicles. The move over law requires drivers to slow down, and if safe to do so, move to a lane farther away from a stopped emergency vehicle, police, ambulance, fire or tow truck with flashing lights. Question 72. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Steep descent ahead. B. Steep ascent ahead. C. Slippery road. D. Tunnel ahead. Answers is A. Steep descent ahead. This warning sign indicates a steep descent ahead. Drivers should downshift to a lower gear to control their speed and avoid overheating their brakes. Be prepared for increased stopping distances. Question 73. When driving at night, what should you do if an oncoming vehicle has high beams on? A. Look to the right edge of your lane and reduce speed. B. Flash your high beams back at them. C. Close your eyes briefly. D. Focus directly on their headlights. . Answers is A. Look to the right edge of your lane and reduce speed. To avoid being blinded, look towards the right edge of your lane until the vehicle passes. Do not stare directly into the oncoming headlights. You should also reduce your speed. Question 74. What does this sign indicate? A. You are on a priority road. B. Yield to priority road. C. End of priority road. D. Dangerous road ahead. Answers is A. You are on a priority road. This sign indicates priority road. It means you are driving on a road where you have the over traffic entering from side roads, unless otherwise by signs or signals. Question 75. How should you properly secure a child in a vehicle? A. Using an appropriate child safety seat or booster seat. B. With a regular adult only. C. In the front passenger seat. D. On a parent's lap. Answers is A. Using an appropriate child safety seat or booster seat. Children must be in an appropriate child safety seat or booster seat that is suitable for their age, weight, and height, usually in the back seat, to maximize their safety in a collision. Question 76. What does this sign mean for vehicles? A. No entry for vehicles. B. Animal crossing ahead. C. No horses allowed. D. Farm zone. Answers is A. No entry for vehicles. This prohibitory sign means no entry for vehicles. Such vehicles are prohibited from entering the road or area where this sign is posted. Question 77. What is the minimum legal age to obtain a license in Ontario? A. 16 years old. B. 18 years old. C. 17 years old. D. 15 years old. Answers is A. 16 years old. In Ontario, Canada, the minimum legal age to apply for a learner's permit, the first stage of the graduated licensing system, is 16 years old. Question 78. What does this sign mean? A. Beginning of a motorway or expressway. B. End of a motorway. C. No passing zone. D. Service road ahead. Answers is A. Beginning of a motorway or expressway. This information sign indicates the beginning of a motorway expressway. This means you are entering a high-speed highway with specific rules for driving. Question 79. What should you do if your gas pedal sticks? A. Shift to neutral, apply brakes, steer to shoulder. B. Turn off the engine immediately. C. Try to pull the pedal up with your foot. D. Brake hard and steer sharply. Answers is A. Shift to neutral, apply brakes, steer to shoulder. If your gas pedal sticks, shift to neutral or depress the clutch in a manual, apply the brakes firmly and steer safely to the side of the road. Once stopped, turn off the engine. Question 80. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Hump or bump in the road. B. Steep descent. C. D. Road narrows. Answers is A. Hump or bump in the road. This warning sign indicates a hump bump in the road. Drivers should reduce their speed to avoid vehicle damage or loss of control, especially when crossing the bump. Question 81. When is it appropriate to use high beam headlights? A. On unlit roads when no oncoming or preceding traffic is near. B. In heavy fog or rain. C. In urban areas with streetlights. D. When following another vehicle closely. Answers is A. On unlit roads when no oncoming or preceding traffic is near. High beams provide better visibility on dark, unlit roads. However, they should be dimmed when an oncoming vehicle is within approximately 150 meters, or when following another vehicle within 60 meters. Question 82. What does this sign mean? A. End of priority road. B. Beginning of priority road. C. Yield to all traffic. D. Dangerous intersection. Answers is A. End of priority road. This sign marks the end of priority road. After this sign, you no longer automatically have the over-intersecting traffic. You must be prepared to yield or stop as required. Question 83. What are the rules for driving around cyclists? A. Maintain a safe distance, pass only when safe, treat as vehicles. B. Honk to make them move to the side. C. Always give them their entire lane. D. Pass them as quickly as possible. Answers is A. Maintain a safe distance, pass only when safe, treat as vehicles. Cyclists are legitimate road users. Drivers must share the road, maintain a safe passing distance, often 1 meter, and be aware of their movements. Treat them like any other vehicle. Question 84. What does this sign indicate? A. No entry for vehicles with trailer. B. Truck stop ahead. C. Trailers only zone. D. Weight limit applies. Answers is A. No entry for vehicles with trailer. This prohibitory sign means no entry for vehicles with trailer. Drivers towing a trailer are prohibited from entering this road or area. This might be due to tight turns or steep grades. Question 85. What is the safe passing distance for a cyclist? A. At least 1 meter 3 feet. B. At least 3 meters 10 feet. C. Half a car length. And D. As close as safely possible. Answers is A. At least 1 meter 3 feet. In many Canadian provinces, laws require drivers to leave a minimum of 1 meter 3 feet when passing a cyclist. Always ensure it is safe before attempting to pass. Question 86. What does this sign mean? A. Minimum speed limit of 50. B. Maximum speed limit of 50. C. Recommended speed of 50. D. Speed zone ahead. Answers is A. Minimum speed limit of 50. This mandatory sign indicates a minimum speed limit of 50. Drivers must not drive slower than this speed, unless traffic or road conditions make it unsafe to do so. Question 87. What should you do if you are involved in a collision? A. Stop, check for call police if required, exchange info. B. Drive away if no one is hurt. C. Move the vehicles immediately. D. Blame the other driver. Answers is A. Stop, check for call police if required, exchange info. If involved in a collision, stop immediately, ensure safety. Check for call 911 if are present or damages are significant, and exchange driver's license, insurance and vehicle information. Question 88. What does this sign warn about? A. Traffic congestion ahead. B. Road closed. C. Emergency stop. D. Answers is A. Traffic congestion ahead. This warning sign indicates traffic congestion ahead. Drivers should be prepared for slower speeds, stop-and-go traffic and increased braking. Reduce speed and increase following distance. Question 89. What is the purpose of rumble strips? A. To alert drivers of lane departure or upcoming hazards. B. To slow down traffic in residential areas. C. To provide traction in icy conditions. D. To guide drivers through turns. Answers is A. To alert drivers of lane departure or upcoming hazards. Rumble strips are textured pavement markings designed to create a tactile vibration and audible warning to drivers, alerting them if they are drifting out of their lane or approaching a stop sign or hazard. Question 90. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. No sounding of horn. B. Sound horn if needed. C. Road work ahead. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is A. No sounding of horn. This prohibitory sign means no sounding of horn. Drivers are not permitted to use their vehicle's horn in this area, typically found near hospitals or residential areas to reduce noise pollution. Question 91. What is distracted driving? A. Any activity that takes attention away from driving. B. Driving too slowly. C. Driving without a passenger. D. Driving with a loud radio. Answers is A. Any activity that takes attention away from driving. Distracted driving includes any activity that diverts attention from the primary task of driving, such as using a cell phone, eating, grooming, or engaging with passengers. It significantly increases collision risk. Question 92. What does this sign indicate about the area? A. Residential area living zone. B. Pedestrian zone only. C. Parking lot ahead. D. Construction zone. Answers is A. Residential area living zone. This information sign indicates a residential area or living zone. These areas often have speed limits, increased pedestrian activity, and specific parking rules. Drive with extra care. Question 93. What is the procedure for a left turn at a traffic light without a green arrow? A. Enter intersection, yield to oncoming, complete turn when safe. B. Wait behind the stop line until the light turns red. C. Turn left immediately when the light turns green. D. Make the turn only if no cars are visible. Answers is A. Enter intersection, yield to oncoming, complete turn when safe. When making a left turn on a solid green light, you may enter the intersection but must yield to any oncoming traffic and pedestrians before completing your turn when it is safe to do so. Question 94. What does this sign mean for the road? A. Loose gravel or stone materials. B. Slippery road. C. Road works ahead. D. Falling rocks. Answers is A. Loose gravel or stone materials. This warning sign indicates loose gravel or stone materials on the road. Drivers should reduce speed, avoid sudden steering, and be aware of flying debris that could hit their vehicle or others. Question 95. What are the restrictions for a license holder in Ontario? A. Zero blood alcohol, limited passengers for young drivers at night. B. Cannot drive on highways. C. Must always be accompanied by AG licensed driver. D. Cannot drive after midnight. Answers is A. Zero blood alcohol, limited passengers for young drivers at night. Drivers must maintain a zero blood alcohol level. For drivers 19 and under, there are passenger restrictions between midnight and 5 am. There are no restrictions on driving on highways. Question 96. What does this sign mean? A. No entry for motor vehicles. B. No entry for motorcycles. C. Motorway ahead. D. Road closed. Answers is A. No entry for motor vehicles. This prohibitory sign means no entry for motor vehicles. Only vehicles or specific exempted vehicles are permitted to enter this area. All other motor vehicles are prohibited. Question 97. What is the zipper merge technique? A. Using both lanes to the merge point, then alternating. B. Merging early into one lane. C. Speeding up and cutting in. D. Stopping before the merge point. Answers is A. Using both lanes to the merge point, then alternating. The zipper merge technique involves drivers using both lanes of traffic up to the merge point, then taking turns like teeth in a zipper, merging into the single lane. It improves traffic flow and reduces congestion. Question 98. What does this sign indicate about parking? A. Parking place ahead. B. No parking allowed. C. Bus stop ahead. D. Emergency stopping lane. Answers is A. Parking place ahead. This information sign indicates a parking place ahead. Drivers can expect to find parking in the direction or proximity by the sign. Question 99. When should you reduce your speed in general driving conditions? A. Adverse weather, heavy traffic, approaching intersections. B. Only when required by a sign. C. When you are late. D. Only at night. Answers is A. Adverse weather, heavy traffic, approaching intersections. It is crucial to adjust your speed to conditions. Reduce speed in adverse weather, rain, snow, fog, heavy traffic, when visibility is poor, or when approaching intersections, curves, or railway crossings. Question 100. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Road narrows on both sides. B. Road narrows on the right. C. Divided highway begins. D. Road widening ahead. Answers is A. Road narrows on both sides. This warning sign indicates that the road narrows on both sides. Drivers should be prepared for lane width and adjust their position and speed accordingly to maintain a safe distance from other vehicles.